The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered has been a blast from the past. I forgot just how awesome Oblivion side quests are. Let's talk about some of my favourites, from the awesome quests to the silly ones to the downright weird.
Find the fork, bring it to Big Head, sing it to Big Head.
A Brush with Death is one of the most iconic side quests in Oblivion, for a very special reason, you'll see. So in the town of Sheogorath, you might hear some rumours about a missing painter. At the painter's home you'll meet his wife, who asks you to help find her missing husband, Rythe.
I miss my love so much.
She's confident that her husband never left his painting studio before he went missing. If you investigate the studio, you'll notice one of the paintings is a bit more unusual, and interacting with this will take you to the painted world.
You're stuck here like I am.
We are inside the painting and the whole world looks completely different, with a hand-painted watercolour-like effect and filter. This is why I love this side quest, it stands out visually from the rest of Oblivion's world. On the other side you'll bump into Rythe, who explains that he has a magical paintbrush that allows him to enter paintings, and it's been stolen. We fight our way through 4 painted trolls and eventually find the corpse of the thief, who managed to get himself killed by the very trolls he painted. With the paintbrush recovered, we can leave the painted world.
Now I can paint the portal home.
This is such an awesome and iconic quest. I think it's so unique, fun and creative, a far cry from modern RPG side quests. It's a pity we never got a follow-up in Skyrim. Here's to hoping we get to return to the painted world in Elder Scrolls 6. Number 6 can't be that far off, right? Another quest I quite enjoy, An Unexpected Voyage. You can do this one pretty early on. In the Imperial City's waterfront district, there's the Bloated Float Inn. If you book a bed and rest for the night, you'll be in for a little surprise.
You've never had a night's rest like this, I assure you.
Waking up, you'll find the boat has been hijacked by a group of thieves and sailed out to the middle of nowhere. I think it's so awesome that this quest takes us somewhere off the continent of Tamriel to somewhere unique. Even if technically it's just a square of flat water, it's such a fun little twist.
You're pathetic. I've fought Whodunit.
You fight your way through the ship, saving the inn staff and fighting off the thieves. I did try reasoning with the thieves, but they weren't too friendly.
The only way you're getting off this boat is when we throw your corpse over the side.
I did manage to get the last thief to surrender, and we locked her in one of the ship's rooms. The ship owner explains that he made up a legend about a gold statue supposedly hidden on this boat to try and attract more customers, but he ended up attracting some thieves instead.
I figured the lore would draw more curiosity seekers and adventurers looking for the treasure.
The ship returns to the waterfront and you're awarded the Blackwater Blade, which is a pretty awesome sword early game. The Dark Brotherhood is easily my favourite faction in Oblivion. It's all about becoming an edgy badass, joining the dark side and working your way up the guild ranks by completing side quests and contracts to assassinate targets in creative ways.
Kill him, and your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will be complete.
There's a few standout Dark Brotherhood quests, but first one I have to mention is the Whodunit quest.
One of us is a killer, but who?
You're invited to a locked-in house party with 5 other guests. The other guests believe they're in some kind of scavenger hunt for treasure, while you're there to assassinate them one by one. Extra points if you can get them all without blowing your cover.
This house is a death trap. We're being killed off one by one.
I love just the concept of this quest. It's almost like a movie, a locked room mystery horror, but in reverse from the point of view of the murderer. Tensions rise and it's not long till the guests realise they're being killed off, and they turn this into a big game of Cluedo.
2 of us have been murdered. One of us is a killer, but who?
It's a really fun quest because you've got a palette of different options to murder these people, and they're so stupid, their reactions are priceless. Do you want to go full stealth? Maybe poison their food? Manipulate and gaslight them into killing each other?
I thought Neville was trying to catch the killer, but he is the killer.
Or just embrace the chaos and slaughter them all? This side quest is excellent.
Excellent.
Tell you what would also be excellent, if you considered subbing to Peter Bytes or liking the video for more content like this. cover lots of RPGs, you might like my Final Fantasy series, where I'm replaying them all and ranking them against each other as I go. Thank you.
Again with the niggling little details.
The Forlorn Watchman is one of Oblivion's best ghost stories. Spooky but kind of wholesome. In Breville, you might hear rumours of a ghost wandering the shores of the bay at night.
Every time I see that ghost, it gives me the creeps.
At exactly 8 PM, you can catch this ghost and follow it to the shipwreck, fighting your way through a few spooky raves. You can eventually find a journal for a bit of environmental storytelling. It turns out there was a mutiny and betrayal, and the ship ran aground. After you dive a bit deeper into the wreck, you destroy the wraith of a traitor and unshackle a tied-up skeleton.
You risk much to perform such a selfless act.
We've redeemed the ghost, and he leaves us with a treasure map, which leads us to a very nice juicy treasure chest full of goodies. It's a simple side quest, but it's mysterious and creepy. I think it's great and an underrated one. You can find these Daedric shrines while you're exploring Oblivion, and they provide some pretty interesting side quests.
Another mortal dares to summon me, and already I'm bored.
Hands down, my favourite Daedric shrine questline would belong to the mad god Sheogorath, who wants you to go to a small, peaceful village and drive its inhabitants insane by following a mad prophecy. That means causing a plague of disease, famine, and fear.
You're going to make their lives interesting.
This involves stealing a wheel of cheese, using said cheese to lure a plague of rats to the town, then stealing their rat poison to murder their sheep, before making it rain dogs. Yeah, burning dogs fall from the sky. And this causes the town's villagers to run around in sheer panic like headless chickens. I love this quest because you're not murdering people, you're just driving them completely insane instead. It's so ridiculous with the plague of rats and raining dogs. The mad god Sheogorath is brilliant, and he lives up to his title. He knows how to have fun. This is a nice little preview for this guy who's later the star of the Shivering Isles expansion pack.
Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one.
There's another interesting Daedric shrine quest that's a little different. Sanguine.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine?
This Daedric prince of lust and perversion wants you to disrupt a party with a special spell he's given you. So find a way into the dinner party and cast this nifty new spell.
Assault!
Turns out it makes everyone, including myself, naked. Everyone's furious at me, guards are after me.
Stop! You violated the law!
I have to make a run for it, in the nude. Running through the whole town and wilderness completely naked. Once I got out of there, Sanguine gives me my clothes back and a pretty sweet staff that summons random Daedra minions. There's another Dark Brotherhood quest I really like, or at least I was completely shocked by. Next of Kin. You're tasked with something incredibly dark, murdering the entire Draconis family, starting with their mother.
No! Oh no! Don't hurt my precious babies, I won't let you!
But as you're working your way through the family, it gets even darker. You have the option to say some pretty edgy stuff just before you murder them. I got to the last child and just before I killed him, I told him his mother bled like a pig. Video games don't get much darker than that.
No! What have you done to her? I'll kill you! Ah!
Thing is, there's a real twist of fate. This kid gets completely enraged and tries to kill me. A guard nearby sees the kid beating on me, and the guard kills him for me. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. And I found this out later. Once you complete the quest, if you return to the mother's farm, you can find gravestones for the entire family. And I'm so evil, while I was checking the graves, the ghost of the mother tried to get revenge and kill me. It's so dark, it's unbelievable, it's excellent.
Excellent.
There's a few other side quests worth a mention. Paranoia has you dealing with a paranoid man, thinking his neighbours are out to get him.
They're watching.
I investigated and his neighbours are completely innocent, but here's the thing. I gaslit this paranoid guy anyway and drove him insane.
Yes, it all makes sense now.
He went to kill off his neighbours and ended up getting murdered by the guards.
Body's still warm. Looks like there's a killer about.
Pretty dark, maybe I do belong in the Dark Brotherhood. But I'll leave you with a wholesome one. The Separated At Birth and follow-up questlines. You find this drunkard in Coral's Inn. He wants you to find some imposter in Cheydon, giving him a bad name.
And you're gonna tell him I'm quite capable of besmirching my good name on my own.
Something about his words made me feel empathetic. I felt sad for him. I went on the search for this imposter's trail, looking for clues and asking guards.
Don't know anyone by that name. There's a Gilbert Germain in town, however. Maybe he can help you.
Turns out I found this guy's long-lost twin brother, and they get reunited. You can even find their old home. It was overrun by ogres, and their family got killed or separated. Pretty chilling finding the bones of their family in their abandoned home. But they clean it up and the brother gets sobered up too.
I'm at a loss for words.
A pretty sweet, feel-good, wholesome quest. I might do a separate video on Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles as a whole is pretty awesome. I guess more of an expansion pack than a side quest though.
I love it myself.
Alright, I'm gonna go play some more Oblivion Remastered. Have a good one.